Hello, it's John here for another 850 tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to be making a sort of level up particle effect. And we're going to do this based on a static mesh, so let's just wing it and go for this. Right now I'm going to try and edit the final outcome in there, so we should be looking at the final outcome now. I like to say that looks good, I can't really see it, but I like to say that. Anyway, let's jump in and try and get going. So I'm mostly going to be winging this, but I've got this loose idea of how I want this to go. And to do so, I'm going to start with a cylinder. Cool, that's my cylinder. And what I want is I'm going to have like a couple of lines, maybe could try 4, maybe a few more, and they're just going to be a blue stream that's just going to go up and sort of twist around. Yeah, that should be quite good. Let's just get this looking. I like to use nice flat numbers. Oops. Let's turn on edged faces as well. Do we need any height segments? Do we need more height segments? Yeah, let's go for... You know, actually we don't. No, we do, because we're going to twist. So we'll just leave that at 5. I don't think we need any cap segments, because this is just going to look flat. And let's go for 24 sides. Yeah, that should be quite good. Cool. I'm going to... You know what, for now, actually let's just get this. Is that going to be enough height? Considering my character's about this big, and we're going to go up. Yeah, that should hopefully be alright. I suppose we can always change it as we go in. Cool, so now we've got my basic shape. Let's go across and unwrap it. And let's just get this sorted. Open up our UV editor. Cool, and what we're going to want to do is sort of just select a couple of these. Let's see if this is already how we're looking over here. Which one's that top bit? Yeah, let's go every 3. So 1, 2, 3. Get these. I selected way too much then. And I didn't even hold control. I'm a fool. Let's try that again. Holding control. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Control. 1, 2, 3. I'm clearly not very good at this. If I made the screen bigger, this would probably be easier. 1, 2, 3. And this one's got 4. It's just going to have to be fine. If only I did my maths better. Cool, so now we've got those. Basically, these are going to be where our blue files are going to go. So let's normal map them. Or shall we flat map them? No, we'll normal map them. Normal map will be better. Cool, and for now I just want to sort of move these out of the way. Because all of this stuff here, the rest of it, when we normal map these, let's just scale it down and move these out of the way, because basically we don't need them. So these are basically just going to be invisible. We'll just put you over there. Grab you, move you over here. Grab you as well. In fact, let's rotate you. Give us a bit more space. Cool. Awesome. That, for now, should do. Why is this row seemingly way thicker than this one? You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So basically how the effect's going to work, it shouldn't make much difference anyway. Oh, should it? That'll be fine. We'll tweak it if we need to later on. Awesome. So we've got that. And let's render it out. And I'm just going to leave all that as fine. That's cool. I'm going to take this into Photoshop in a minute. Not yet though. Or should I? Yeah, let's do it now. So just speed, I'm going to save it to my desktop. And I'm now in Photoshop with my UVs. So we can't quite see them, so what we're going to need to do is grab a new layer. I'm just going to Alt, Delete, or Backspace even, delete backwards, to fill a quick black down. And let's create a new layer. And inside here, this is where we're going to want our effect to be. So let's create a square. And let's go for a nice sort of electric blue, shall we? Basically this shape, this image, we want it to sort of fly up like a trail. You know what, let's not do that. Let's do a brush. A brush might give us a nicer effect. If I weren't painting black, that would be helpful. Yeah, that was kind of good. We'll just give it a bit of a glow as well. Interesting. Maybe we shouldn't give it a glow. I suppose because we can give it a glowing thingy anyway. Okay, cool. That'll do. That will do for now. And then we're just going to have to shoot up each path. So we're going to want to glow on that. So we're going to get our arrows, click it, bring one right down there, bring one down here, bring one down here, and bring one down here. And this one. We just moved this one in place. You know what? Like I say, I'm just sort of making this up as I'm going, which is probably not the best way to work, but it's not the worst either. I want to give this a bit more of a trail.
Cool. Right, now we've got that, let's duplicate it again.
Awesome. Hide everything else, so we've just got these. Why have they got black around them? Why have they got black around them? Right. As they say, third time's the blooming charm. Okay. Whew. We're getting there. Save as. And I've just saved that as a PNG, not overwritten, I'm just create a new one. And let's add it in. Before we do though, I'm just going to grab these and move them a bit more further to the right. Cool, that should do. Right, let's open up our material editor with M. And we want to import our material. I'm going to... I've just dragged and dropped it, and then I'm going to drag and drop this on here. Yeah, let's keep going with it. That'll do for now. And let's add a twist. Okay, that should be quite good. That's possibly too much twist though. Let's go to about there. Yeah, that should do. Alright, now I've got my model and I've got my map. We can go on ahead and do the next part, which is going to be exporting this, taking it into Unreal, and getting it set up in there. So we are now in Unreal Engine. Let's actually get this puppy started and let's get it going. And let's open up, you know what, first let's just drag this on so we get a bit of an idea about what the whole thing's going to look like as we're testing. And 90, we'll scale you up a bit as well. Cool. Alright, open up our material editor. We've got a bit of an error here going on, but we can fix this. All we're going to need to do is, let's just delete that, set this to be masked because we're going to be using our opacity mask. You can go into the emissive, and I'm just bringing my texture, which is going to be opacity mask. Cool. And at the moment, this is just our blue dots, but we're going to need our blue dots to actually move up our object. So let's go and bring in a panner. And on the panner, we're going to want a bit of X speed. Let's just guess and say 1 for now. And let's move you slightly out of the way and hit save and see how this is going to look on our object. Cool. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think I'd like the object to be a bit taller. So I'm just going to scale it up a bit like that. And let's raise you up so we can see the bottom, function N so it snaps to the bottom. Nice. That's pretty good. Is the speed okay? Yeah. Speed's not too bad. We've got a bit of a rotation going on. I wonder what it would be. I wonder what it would look like if we had a bit of another sort of lighter blue. Well, I could find this sort of nice teal-y colour. And no, let's not bother with that. Forget that. I was thinking it might look okay like we sort of see these shell, but that'll be fine for now. Alright, let's take this a little bit further and create a particle effect out of it. So I'm just going to right click, create particle effect, and I will call this my level up party. Cool. Let's give ourselves a bit of space so we can see things as well. And let's drag you over here. And we're going to right click and tell you to be a mesh type particle. What mesh? Obviously we are going to be using our level up mesh. So just drag you in there, and this is probably going to take a couple of minutes to figure itself out and calm down. Let's help it by dropping our spawn, because by default spawn's normally 20. We're probably going to need 4, so like 4 should do it. And I'm just going to give that a few seconds to compile its shaders. Okay, so we now have our particle emitter in our scene, and it's got the right thing on it. Let's just make sure that we are spawning a few of these. Whoa, they are spawning huge. We probably want to scale it down a little bit. So let's maybe go, I don't know what it says, should I say 15, 15, 15, 10, 10, 10. That is still pretty huge, isn't it? What might be interesting actually if we go for a material override and swap that material with the material we've just created, this one here, and let's swap our mesh with a much smaller mesh. That's kind of cool, but what would it look like on a sphere? Also pretty cool. I mean, still way too huge. So let's play this a little bit more. Let's drop the size even more. Let's go 888 555. And let's even add some initial rotation to this. And this should give us a sort of unique circling look. That's pretty cool. Nice. Kind of happy with that. Yeah. Let's change it up a bit. Let's add a bit more sort of upwards velocity. And let's change the lifetime so we've got a bit of a range. 0.8 and 1.4. And let's also add a location. Sphere. We'll do a sphere. If we click on our sphere and scroll down, let's turn it on. And maybe make this, let's zoom out a bit. Make that a bit bigger. Gives a bit more of a range now. Nice, nice. Alright, I'm gonna just change the required so it doesn't loop endlessly. We'll just do, let's do 2 loops. Nice. Cool. I'm pretty happy with that. You know what? Let's give it a size over life as well. And at 1 second be 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. So it should almost look like it's cutting into itself. Let's increase the spawn a bit. Let's go 8. Nice. There we go. So what we've got there is, we've kind of got two things. Let's put it back to, for the sake of looking at it, let's put it back to 0 so it loops indefinitely. And move you out of the way, because essentially what we've got here, we've got two things. If we go over here, we've got our initial sort of just on the sphere, just sort of like going up on a material, across the mesh, sorry, with the material. And that sort of looks okay. And over here we've got the sort of really crazy one. Let's almost give it, oops. Let's close you. Yep. What has happened? This probably just needs to load back in again. Cool. There we go. We have our effect cutting in. I think I might go back into Photoshop and actually make that look a bit better. Instead of just having the solid color, making it look a bit more sort of intentional. And yeah, let's in fact, let's give this a better test. Let me open up my character. So my character needs to add another particle system, and we'll call this level up, and you be level up particle system. And the particle system right now is just way too huge, so let's scale it down a little bit. I think that's quite good. At the moment, I think it's possibly got too much up on it, but in terms of an effect, what we're going to do is, when we trigger it, we're just going to spawn 2 bursts of this. And yeah, we are golden. Cool, so I'm just going to hide this now. Where are we at? Visible. And let's add a static mesh. Static mesh. We don't want as part of that, actually. We want as part of the ball. Static mesh. Cool. And I probably should have named it. But anyway, let's find our level up effect. Cool, it's there. We're going to need to rotate it 90 degrees. And that bad boy is also going to need scaling up a bit. Is that loosely around the outside? I think it is. Drag it down so it's sort of going underneath it. Might be worth adding a little bit more height to it. Oops. Just add a little bit more height. Cool. So there we go. We've added our static mesh to the outside that we've created. We've created the material for it, added that onto our mesh. And yeah, we've got 2 sort of very different things there, from just a bit of some experimenting and playing, and yeah, the particle effects a lot more sort of crazy and a lot more hectic, but I quite like the subtlety of this as well. Yeah, so there you go. I hope you've sort of found that useful. Just depends on how big or how small you want to go. And thanks for watching. So